How's everybody doing? Good? Having a good time? Cool. Let's get going. So my name is Alex. I work for Consensys. Consensys is best known for MetaMask, the wallet, but we also have several other products, and Consensys is the original Ethereum company. I'll be talking today about how builders can co-create success in Web3 together with us. So in the next 15 minutes, I want to walk you through a journey of everything that's new with Consensys as a company and our product stack, how things have evolved, especially in the last year. And I also want to walk you through what kind of programs we have in place in order to support companies and builders. Builder is really the central persona in our company when it comes to Web3. So let's go on a journey together. We look at the market in terms of money crypto and tech crypto. And I feel a little bit of a bull market coming up. I think everybody here in the room is excited about that. So it's difficult to talk bad about money crypto, but money crypto is really about the ups and downs, the investments, the bull and bear markets, and essentially making more out of your investments. Now, when we talk about tech crypto, that's really about building and projects and bringing blockchain technologies into exciting use cases. We're all trying to build a fairer internet. We're trying to build an internet of value and one that's driven by community. And Consensys is very much occupied with the tech crypto component. And there is a flywheel that you see within tech crypto. And the flywheel looks as follows. You have users that come into our space, and we try to attract more and more users who use blockchain and Web3 specific products. And as you provide solutions and infrastructure for these users to come into Web3, such as wallets, for example, that allows them to access products, you attract more companies that are building solutions in the space. And the more offer and solutions there are, the more users you attract, and that perpetuates forward. And thus you have a flywheel effect. And this is how we look about our strategy. And in the past, the very central ethos of Consensys has always been, how can we build the best infrastructure, software infrastructure for Web3 to build with? So just 2 years ago, our product stack would look like something like this here behind. You have MetaMask, our wallet. You have Infura, which is an RPC node that lets solutions access different blockchains. But then there's also a bunch of products that we sunsetted. Quorum, for example, is private permission blockchains. If you want to have closed consortium of players around blockchains. We had Codify, which is a bunch of primitives around launching tokens and such use cases. And we had Truffle, which is a development environment for smart contracts. Our thinking and our ethos this summer shifted a lot towards how can we co-create success together with our ecosystem. And that's a radically different notion to think about doing business in a way. We want to attract builders to come and participate in Web3 together with us, rather than just providing infrastructure for them that they can use. And so if you look at our product stack in 2023, it's much more slimmed down, and you also see a lot of new products and a lot of openings that companies can participate and become co-creators. So we have Linea, for example, our own ZK EVM layer 2 chain that launched this summer. We have MetaMask Snaps and SDK, which I'll talk about in a second. And these OG products that you saw in the previous slide, Infura and Diligence, they're still around as enablers. And I want to take the next 5 minutes or so to just walk you through everything that's new and that you can work with now in the future. It's important to be able to customize things. You've seen this 15 years ago with the App Store. You've recently probably seen it with ChatGPT, where they announced their new launch of GPTs. MetaMask has a logic where third-party solutions and companies can essentially build small programs that attach to MetaMask and become part of the stack. And this is quite exciting because for the first time it opens up the MetaMask wallet to the outside developer world and to builders like yourselves. What kind of use cases do we see? For example, interoperability. We see that Ethereum-focused wallet like MetaMask is now able to accept Bitcoin or be able to store Bitcoin. So there's snaps for that. Same for Solana, other blockchains. There's security. For example, snaps that warn you if you interact with fishy smart contracts or fishy dApps and you connect with. And there's a lot of other use cases around privacy, identity, and different chains that you can check out. And this is how Snaps looks from an inside perspective. So it is live. We have about 40 different solutions that are already published and live. You can access it through our website and essentially start individualizing your MetaMask wallet already today. And the key takeaway is that for the first time, external builders can now become part of our stack. And I would like to invite everybody here to visit the MetaMask website and check out if that might also apply to you. Then secondly, we recently announced the launch of the MetaMask SDK, which is a simple way to add Web3 magic to almost every digital product. So it's a library that you can integrate into your product in order to allow access through the wallet. And the cool thing is that, of course, if we build an internet that's based on blockchain logic, wallets should be the access point for many more products that we see out there. So it shouldn't just be dApps that you can access through wallets, but wallets should almost become the new browsers. And we want to make that happen by making it very easy. So in this animation that you see here, you have a ticket website. And the ticket website integrates the SDK, and the user would see something like this, where there's an QR code that you can essentially connect with your phone, and if you purchase a ticket, it lands in your website, in your wallet as an NFT, and you're able to go to the event that you've chosen, completely outside of the logic and the realm of Web 2. And we want to invite more builders out there, also in adjacent categories. Think about gaming, think about tickets and so on, to add the Web3 logic, and we'll make that possible with the SDK. And success is really when we see that this access point, like the wallet as an access point, pops up everywhere in all these different places. Like when I see a wallet as an access point in World of Warcraft, for example, then I know we've succeeded. And speaking of success, we have 100 days of Linea, of our ZK EVM chain, behind us. Linea is our roll-up, our layer 2 ZK EVM roll-up. And what's important is we launched it in July, and in the 3 months leading up to today, there's already been more than 160 dApps that successfully deployed onto the chain. As a colleague of mine says, any chain is only as good as the projects and the companies that build on it. So we're very happy about that progress and that kind of trust from the ecosystem. And what's cool about Linea is it has all of the advantages that ZK technology provides. It's fast, it's cheaper, it's more scalable, but it's also completely integrated with the rest of the Consensys product stack. So by deploying your dApp onto Linea, you automatically tap into the 30 million or so monthly active users that MetaMask holds. It's fully integrated with Infura as a node provider. So essentially you now see how you get kind of like all of the synergy effects that our ecosystem stack has created in one go. And we want to invite builders in the space to deploy on Linea and become co-creators there as well, to be able to access all these users and make use of that potential. Now, there's some enabling technology for builders as well. I'm not going to go too far into that, but we have Infura as a node as a service offering that helps you to access more than 10 different blockchains with your dApp. Infura is free to use. Anybody can sign up and make an account and essentially get going with it. we also have a product that is not often talked about, but is equally relevant and important, which is diligence fuzzing, which lets you audit or look for vulnerabilities in smart contract code that you can get going with. And of course, ask how can I become a co-creator with all these different products that I've seen so far and become involved. And this is the second part of the presentation, and the main message that I want to pass on to you today is we've created let's say, series of programs by the name of Builder's Path. And the idea is that young companies, blockchain companies, are very much the focus of our entire industry. So all of the solutions that you build are important for perpetuating and creating that new internet. And we want to be able to support these companies from idea stage all the way up to unicorn. And we realize that a company at idea stage, at hackathon stage, and then at like an advanced stage had radically different needs. And Builder's Path is sort of the structure behind helping each company, no matter where they are, at these specific points. It starts with our developer experience activities. So we're organizing hackathons, we're giving out grants. There are a lot of initiatives that are focused on individual developers and those who have ideas for companies. Then this summer we just launched the fellowship program. And the fellowship is really focused on the next iteration. So early stage teams that are kicking off, finding product market fit, and working on their business. It's a 3-month program that is open to anybody to apply and that kicks off every quarter. After companies are done with that fellowship, or when they're a little bit more advanced, they can join the Scale program. And Scale program is the program that I handle. It's a 12-month building journey that lets companies access all of the products that we talked about today, plus a lot of support and other benefits. So it's meant as an all-access pass to the world of Consensys. Here's a quick overview of how that looks. We have startup enablement sessions, both by internal and external people. We provide access points to all of the products that we talked about with technical consulting, with dedicated account management. There are ecosystem and partner benefits from the likes of Tencent and AWS. We help on the marketing side, and we also provide try to provide funding opportunities for startups. And we want to close today to say everybody here is really invited to co-create Web3 together with us. We would love you to participate on this journey in whichever program you feel you belong. Yeah, we would love to extend an invitation for people here at the conference. You can join the program by linking this QR code and essentially applying through the template. The fellowship program is also available through the website. If you want to get in touch with me and stay updated, I have a few ways to do that here today. So thanks for your attention and have a great rest of your conference.